So I don't think we ever were unclear about the fact that this was that the 100 largest emitters in the state, including our oil refineries, were going to have to pay for the impacts of the combustion of their product on our air, on our climate. And that the oil companies in particular were going to have a significant bill to pay in order to pay for the costs of the greenhouse gas emissions that they are responsible for. I think that we also always knew, and I don't think we ever were unclear about the fact that some portion of that cost was going to reach consumers. It's the oil companies' decision about how much of that cost they want to pass on to consumers, how much of it they want to absorb through their shareholders or their executives' profits. I think that, and we still don't know because we don't have transparency into their books the way that we do into electric and gas utilities books. I think the question going forward is, if you were to eliminate all of those costs for oil refineries, are they going to pass along all of those savings to their customers, or are they going to pad their profits for their shareholders and their executives? The truth is, we don't know. We don't have visibility into their books. We had a bill this session that was proposed that would have, let the state look into oil companies' books and determine how much is actually coming from our toxic cleanup tax, how much is actually coming from our cap and trade system, how much is actually just the price of crude oil on the global market. And that bill, didn't pass, and it was heavily opposed by the oil industry. So I think the assertion by initiative proponents that all of the costs of CCA and all of the cost reductions that the oil companies accrue if the initiative passes will pass along to customers, I think that just requires a level of trust in oil companies that I'm not sure I share.
Well, the oil companies are supporting your campaign like BP, and we know that actually that the costs are passed along to
all
customers.
Of them?
Yes. Because
all?
Yes.
Really?
Because BP has an invoice.
Then why did WISPA advertise last summer against this initiative if they were able to pass along 100% of the cost to their customers?
Why didn't they? Or
why did they? Why did they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads last year, criticizing the CCA,
but I can tell you what
when
BP,
they were passing along 100% of their cost to their customers?
I can tell you with what BP, who supports your campaign, does on their invoices. So they have a line item called Cap at the Rack. And that line item says, here's how much the tax is for the CCA. It is virtually identical to what the price is. We have the invoices. We can see it. It's not a mystery. They put it on there, just in the same way that your grocery store puts sales taxes or anybody else puts sales taxes on there. BP does that. Now, will prices go down? Absolutely.
You can watch the rest of the interview by clicking the link below and check out the Impact Archive for more in-depth interviews you won't find anywhere else.